Hey everybody, so I'm doing this paper today. I have a hoard of it. I was hoarding it. I don't know why. It's a retired sheet, but I'm going to use it to make Easter.
Beautiful cardstock, I have to tell you. It really, or designer series paper. So I'm cutting this portrait style. That's what it is. 11 by 4 1/4, and then scored at 5 1/2 burnish. And I'm doing 2 cards. I think it's becoming a habit for me doing 2 cards at the same style, different. Fold and burnish makes a nice crisp edge. And now I'm pulling out one of the already cut bases, which is 5 1/4 by 4 inches, adding adhesive and centering it on my cardstock. Both cards will be using a base background, and then I'm going to accent it with a smaller, shorter piece. This one was already cut. It's 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. Or 2 1/4, a bigger pardon. And I think it sort of goes from edge to edge, and I just move it over a little bit so you have a little bit of the border on the end. Yeah. Beautiful colors. I just really think it's a very Eastery colors. Oh, I used a scrap piece of the background paper. I turned it around so you could see the inside of it, and put that on the inside. Actually, I'm not going to put any really big messages on the inside of it, except for maybe, wishing them well or saying I love you, that kind of thing. Other than that, it's almost done. Same card base size, and I'm looking for some scrap. This one I did have to cut down. I cut that down 2 inches by 5 inches, so there's a nice little border around the edge. So I use my nail. I don't necessarily measure. I just use my nail, put it into my little cutting machine, and zippity-doo-dah. Don't stress about measurements, really. And see, it's got a nice little border going all the way around. And then I'm going to put in this one, because I just happen to have that one sitting on the side. I thought it was cute. All right, now we just have to dress them up. Using some of the new ribbon that we have out, I'm going to make long bows, long tail bows. And what I do is I do the bunny ears, wrap them around, and then I pull them really, really tight. All right, and then I'm going to use some glue dots to adhere to the front of the card. Now, don't get all crazy about if you're going to send this to a boy. I don't think you should worry about that stuff. I think the day and age is that it's the kids, you think the kid's going to like it, it's going to work. I don't think we need to have feminine and masculine unless you feel like that kid is going to have a nervous breakdown if you send him a card like this. Now, this is a Wish for Everything stamp set. There's two, this is the first of the 2 sets. And I'm going to take out one. It has a stamp for almost every occasion, to be quite honest with you. perfect little set to have. And I'm going to use Memento ink, and I have to stamp it 3 times because I just have an issue with when I stamp it on there. The first one came out fine, but the second one I pressed and it wiggled a little bit. So when you stamp your sentiments, and I just wiggled it up and so it blurred it. So when you stamp your sentiments, you want to just go straight down, hold it so that the ink absorbs, and then that's it. It's done. Now I'm using the Timeless Label Punch, and I'm going to do a background for my sentiment. So I'm picking some, it doesn't matter. I just picked 2 pieces out of my my little stash. Now, here's the tricky part. I'm going to use the Timeless Punch to take out the sentiment, but I'm going to have it go all the way to one side. I have it centered and all the way to the right side. And there we go. Centered and all the way to the right side. I'm going to pop that little baby out. And then I'm going to insert it back in doing the other side as close as I can possibly get. So I think this is the second one that I did. Now I'm going to reinsert it. Watch how I reinsert it. I'm going to take it See, it's too big if you do it the same. I try to do it this way. See? And then I get it to the edge and I just pop it out. And then it makes the sentiment a little smaller, but it's like a border. It has its own little border. I'm going to use pop-ups for this one. Don't use, I see a lot of people use a lot of pop-ups. Like pop up this one, they pop up the base, they pop up. If you're handing the card out, that's fine. But if you have to send it to the mail, you may find a little bit of a problem. So I'm using Wink Estella because I just think it came out cute. Here's the second one. And I'm going to attach the background border. And see, I'm just trying to show you that you could use all different sides. It goes with everything. It's a really nice set when we have paper like that. So this is the other side. I'm going from the outside in and I'm holding it and then punching. And it brings it down so it's a miniature of the bigger one. I think it looks good. And we're going to add some Wink Estella to this one. And I'm going to fix the bows. I'm going to recut the bows. There. I think it looks cute.
I think they're cute. What do you think? I love these little fun Easter cards. Would you prefer a religious card? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you're new here and you like what you see and you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. As well as those of you that are my subscribers, mwah, thank you. Tell me below what you would like to see more of. And also, let's go to the playlist because we're going to make more cards. Come on, join me.